It's Marvel, baby. And yo, loser's queue is definitely real. From getting what sometimes seems like literal AI on your team to the possibility of implementing mechanics that reduce and increase hurt box sizes. The Marvel Rivals honeymoon phase can no longer blind me from the abysmal matchmaking I've been experiencing on my grind to diamond. Win streak, loss streak, win streak, loss streak. 3 games in a fucking row. My team are the literal X-Men fighting a horde of Sentinels. And after that, NetEase is like, okay, buddy, no more satisfaction for you. They turn into my fucking ancestors and force me to have something to fight for. They taunt me with the possibility of a rank up by giving me a win streak until I get 4 or 5 points away from my desired rank. Sometimes it's even 1 point. Then they put me on a team with retarded Randall and incompetent Andy. Let me calm down. I don't want to sound too upset because in all honesty, I'm feeling marvelous. Now, the matchmaking in Marvel Rivals is doing something labeled a fixed coin flip. It's a system in place that makes you feel like your wins and losses are defined by your current skill level. While that is somewhat true, like Grandma Ocean used to say, the devil is in the details. This is a quick reminder to contact your grandparents if you are fortunate enough to still have them in your life. They are old as hell, bro, and they are proud of your lame ass no matter how much of a fuck up you are. Don't be an asshole. Hit them up. Well, you may ask, why do I believe Loser's Q is real and it's just not me coping out of my fucking mind? Well, the principal investigator for NetEase Matchmaking Research and Development just flat out told us, inadvertently at least. In this video here, you can easily Google this shit on your own if you want to watch the entire 50-minute video, but I'm not going to do that. I am not Asmongold. You read that right. AI enhanced matchmaking practices in NetEase games. The overview of the presentation states, many factors should be considered in a matchmaking system design, such as waiting time in queue, network latency differences, skill gaps, and defeat streaks. Defeat streaks, you say? You mean those defeat streaks where you match me with complete idiots that even Patrick Star would turn his nose up at? Then have the audacity to throw me a participation trophy in an AI match's clothing? This pretty much solidifies bots being in the game, by the way. Bots being prevalent in Marvel Rivals was the birth of this channel. It pissed me off so much I had to make a video on it. My very first Marvel Rivals video was covering the bots in the game, link above. And it continues. This includes win patterns, the factors that influence the victory in a match, and the algorithms that incorporate these factors during the application of machine learning. This is basically saying they're calculating how well you do and the reason why you're doing so well so they can use it against you later. Putting you on a team that the algorithm knows you won't sync well with as a collective. Now, I don't want to go full conspiracy and say they go as deep as finding out what characters you have the most issue providing damage to and then matching you with someone who has a higher chance of choosing that character, but I wouldn't rule it out completely. But wait, there's more. It also includes churn patterns, the factors that influence the player's churn after this matchmaking proposal, and the tricks to optimize matchmaking practices. Churn patterns are basically the patterns of players leaving the game after a certain time frame. In Marvel Rivals case, it will be how often we stop playing after we go on a winning or losing streak, even with NetEase attempts to trick us into an optimized experience. Have you ever had those games where you're smoking the enemy left and right? They are complete ass cheeks compared to you right now. Everything is in sync. Your supports are open to counter the Hela and the Punisher. Somehow your Spider-Man is the actual Peter Parker. Your Black Panther is so good. Chadwick Boseman Graves illuminate into the heavens. Then in overtime, it seems like the enemy just defeated the fucking Baron Nashor in League of Legends, and you get rolled. Out of nowhere, they go Super Saiyan and smoke your boots. I do feel like this is one of the tricks they speak of when it comes to optimizing the matchmaking experience. Comment if this has happened to you. How about, I can't count how many times I've been around 1 point away from ranking up, then I immediately go on a 2 to 5 loss streak. It is actually insane. Now, something that is 100% fact is that there's a theoretical matchmaking system out there that a lot of players are not fans of. To reduce the risk of this video being shadow banned, I will not mention the name of this matchmaking. I'll just call it arranged marriage matchmaking. It's been widespread throughout the Apex Legends and Call of Duty communities. There's also been a patent that Activision filed that negatively impacted gameplay of skilled players when going up against worse players due to the arranged marriage matchmaking. This includes decreasing and increasing the size of hit and hurt boxes and lowering the damage of weapon used by the more skilled player. This is pretty much a background handicap that no one agreed to. Arranged marriage matchmaking can tell when the game is making you upset. It can sense when you're about to call it a night. It knows you've hovered over that Psylocke skin you haven't bought 10 times since you've booted up today. And guess what arranged marriage matchmaking has up its sleeve? A teammate with a 73% win rate on Psylocke that happens to rock the Gunnar skin. It's all manipulation to get you to spend more time in the game so you can inevitably spend that hard-earned cash on pixels. And we can't even be mad because it's working. Marvel Rivals has been thriving since its launch and it is showing no sign of slowing down. So, losers queue. At the end of the day, the industry has scientifically created a matchmaking system that frustrates players but keeps us coming back. They have found the perfect balance of love and hate, of sadness and happiness, to feel that hit of dopamine when you finally hit that new rank after grinding and grinding and grinding. You must first feel the heartbreaking, demoralizing, and dispiriting experience we call a loser's queue. It's over, gamers. They got us. And how do we avoid a loser's queue? Find some friends, you fucking loser.